Well, listeners, we've got some brand new music for you tonight. Adelaide Rockers Audio Rain have got a brand new album out called The Perfect Sea. We've been playing some of the tracks off the album over the past few weeks, but now we've actually got one of the members of the band on the phone to chat a little bit about this amazing album. Welcome to the program, Jake.
Hey Dave, thanks for having us. Oh, sorry, John, wasn't it?
Oh, no, Dave, that's right. It's Dave.
Oh, it's Dave. Sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at saying John David Harley. Gotcha.
That's
Thanks for
all
having
right,
us,
mate.
Dave.
So, mate, it's been a pretty crazy last couple of days for you, but how do you feel now that the album is getting to that point where it's out now? How do you feel about that?
Oh, look, we're stoked. Yeah, just over the moon. It's been a labour of love and a long time coming. So to actually hit release day is just fantastic for us. You know, it's the pinnacle of the whole thing. So yeah, stoked.
Now, you did have a bit of a tough time putting this album together. Of course, a lot of it came together during the COVID pandemic. What was that period like for you guys? Because you had such a great run on after the first album. How did that time feel for you guys with a pandemic suddenly shutting everything down?
Yeah, that was a really hard time, and you know, from speaking to other musos we know and stuff, I mean, it was a tough time for all bands, really, with the closure of not being able to go out and play shows until it was just really. I mean, we know bands that folded. It was just really tough. I mean, it's tough for everyone. So to not be able to go and play, and for fans to not be able to go and see music, and it just really shut things down. And yeah, I mean, after that, the International Deluxe Edition album, you know, we had some momentum going, and we had some, you know, national supports that were coming up, and just all of a sudden everything just stopped. Everything that was planned was gone, and you know, it's like they say, you know, when that rolling stone sort of stops and grows moss, it's just hard to get it going again. So we just padded our time out and got in the studio and started recording some more stuff. And also during that time, because it went on so long, we decided to get some music videos done. So that's where you've seen like Relentless dropped out, had dropped the video in that time. And it was that song Relentless was really a song for us. That was us telling ourselves that no matter what we're going through right now, no matter what's happening, you know, we're not going to fold. We're not going to give up and die. We are going to just, you know, push forward. We're going to, you know, get that ball in the chamber and just be here louder and stronger when we get through this. So, yeah, that was... to do all that and to come out the other end and now to finally be here is just such a relief, and we can finally get the moss off that rock and get it rolling again.
It's great that you were able to work on tracks like that during that time, because I know a lot of artists that were kind of so heartbroken with what was happening that their creative juices just weren't flowing during that time and they couldn't write or anything. But it sounds like you actually found a little bit of solace in writing that time. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't prolific in writing because, once again, we were probably the same, but we didn't lose heart, even though things were going slowly. We wrote slow. We wrote slowly as well. So, and then as we came out of it, everything else started to come together, and then the freedom to be able to keep going, and then dropping the singles, dropping the videos, it all just started rolling again. But we were ready for that. As I said, that was our whole thing about just being relentless. So when the time came, we were ready to push hard.
One of the things that hit me when I was listening to the album was there's some real energetic highs, and then there's some real like low kind of reflective spots on this album as well. Was that something that you guys talked about before you started to record?
I mean, I've always said when we do an album, we want to make sure that there's something in there for everyone. You know, I've bought the albums before, and you know, it might be fantastic songs, but they're all at that same sort of level. And with Audio, and we just want to make sure that no one feels left out, because we're in that sort of midstream. You know, we're not, you know, screamo metal. We're not rock. We're heavy rock, and then when we go above that, we can go a little bit below it. But we just want to make sure that if you think, oh, this band's all right, it might be heavy, but then you'll hear something else and you go, oh man, I can get into that. So we just want to be able to, I suppose, spread ourselves over so that people can feel included and know that there's more to us than just one sort of, one pace or one style. So we done that with the last album, and that was in my mind with this album. But in saying that, I suppose the songs just came as they did, and it happened naturally. Really, I wasn't sort of really focused trying to bring these songs how they came out. That's just how they came out, and it was just exactly what we needed anyway. So yeah, lucky I suppose.
Yeah. So you got to recently perform with a band that a lot of our listeners love, Skillet. Tell us a little bit about that. What was that like being able to share the stage with those guys?
It was fantastic, and it's funny because I know there's a lot of people that we've met that said, "Who's Skillet?" And the Skillet were a huge band, and they are a huge band, and their followers are just 100% behind them. So we supported Skillet back in 2018 when they came over as well, and when we played, like from the first song, we had them in, and the crowd were just brilliant. They weren't like, oh god, here's a support band, get off, we're waiting for Skillet. They were amazing, and shout out, fists up, loved it. When we finished, we sold out of merch. We just but they were such a brilliant crowd and really endearing to us. So to play it again, to get offered it again this time was just like fantastic, and like we sort of knew what to expect with the crowd, and they didn't disappoint. And Skillet, they're a class act. So we really appreciated the fact that we could get to that show. And hey, next time they come back, we're here. We've got our hands up.
Definitely.
Or maybe we can go over there to the US.
You've also got some shows coming up as well. Saturday, June 8th at the Workers Club, and also July 20th at the Woodshed in Adelaide. How excited are you guys about being able to do those shows, especially coming across to Melbourne and playing as well?
Oh, look, we love it. I mean, we went over to Melbourne and played a couple of shows. I think was it last weekend? So we went over there and done Friday and Saturday night with X Music live show, which is our label with some of our label mates, and they were brilliant. And back here last night for our album launch show, and then so to go back, just to try and go back to Melbourne, we're supporting some good mates again, Blaze, because they've got a single launch, so we said we come over to see them. And then back here we've got a band called Dreadful Tides who are doing a single launch, and they're coming to play over here with us. So the culture within the sort of hard rock bands of Australia is really cool, and we got some great mates, and everyone's supporting each other, which is really good. There's no I need to headline, you need to headline. Everyone's just like, you're doing this, you're doing that, let's just get out there and get our music out. So that's a really cool thing. And so we're stoked, and we're hoping to get this year get around a lot more of Australia, especially with our label X Music helping us out. And we know we've got some other radio stations and festivals that are keen and have been reaching out. So so whether we're doing headline shows or whether we're just going out and playing, it doesn't matter. It's all about getting out there and people hearing the music, and that's all we care about. Because let's face it, you're only relevant if people want to hear you, and the energy created between a band and audience it's a bloody drug, and it's a good drug. So when we're on stage, we're just rocking out with them as much as they are with us. So yeah, we love it.
Definitely. I wanted to ask you a little bit about X Music as well. What's it like for you guys being part of such a fresh and new record label?
Oh, look, when we signed over with X Music, it was the right choice for us at the time, and they're a fresh new music label. But Tim McLean Smith, who's at the helm of this, he has been in the industry for years. He has the stories that when he's telling me stories, the stuff he's done and the stuff that he's and the people he's met and the things he's been involved with is incredible. So he's no newbie to the scene. So that was also, the one of the major winning points, I suppose, with us, knowing that we've got someone who knows it all and knows people and knows what's going on. So I think that's very important for us to try and help break through some of the things we need to break through, because it's a bloody hard business being in rock and roll, as AC/DC told everyone.
Yeah. Well, mate, we mentioned the 2 shows that you've got coming up. What have you guys got planned for the rest of 2024? Are you hoping to do some other shows, or are you already working on the next album? What are the plans for the rest of this year?
The rest of the year, we've got a lot of potential things we're working on, and shows we're working on. There's some stuff that's not locked in yet, and it's all floating because we just need to wait for comebacks and confirms. But I can promise you that from now on, and people want us to come to Queensland, people want us to come to Perth, we are busting our asses to make all this stuff happen. So just watch this space, I suppose.
Definitely. Well, mate, we're going to play the title track off the album right now on our show. So what would you like to say to all of our listeners out there who are not only about to listen to this track, but can go out and take a listen to the full album now as well?
Well, all we can say is this: the Perfect CD album and this song you're about to play, the title track, this one was written and dedicated to all of you, because it's true. Without you guys, we are nothing. Music for us is all about, we play in a band because we love it. We listen to music because we love it. So we're just all doing it together, and we need you guys as much as you need us. So it is dedicated to you. You guys are our Perfect C. Thanks for your support, and please spread the word. Help us smash this thing so we can put more music out for you guys and do big things.